Hi guys, FrostFangs here, back with the Paladins video. We're playing some Barik today. Probably going to do one game with each of the builds, the F and the turret heal, because I want to kind of show off both ways of playing him. Fortify, maybe the more aggressive Tinkerin. Fortify, a bit of a weird talent. Hopefully they sort of rework this soon because, yeah, it's not great. I think that ended up kind of being the focus of the last video, which was a few months ago, but this one is more focused on Barik, kind of needing a bit more love, and hopefully more people go out and play him because I think he's really solid, even though he could do with, I think, some spice added, some sort of rework in the kit or in the build or the talents. So many ways they could make him way more fun. It's kind of strange for me to tell you that he needs to be this way or that way because he's sort of the baseline in my head for Paladins front lines, even though I don't really see him that often. Just because of how he's been the same for so long, he sort of dropped further and further down on my personal tier list, even though I like how he is, just because he's a little bit more maybe boring to play. I don't know what the right word would be, but hopefully you get what I mean, especially if you've been playing the game for a little bit longer. I think you will, but for this one, I'm probably just going to go for Fortify and the turret heal setup. I think that makes sense, right? We'll try and play the point a little bit. Shots to, who was it? I think Victor? Yeah, we got a Ceres, a Genos, and a Grover Rampant, Luminary, Soul Collector Cardio, a Dragon Fangs, this might be kind of annoying, Half Shell, Maelstrom, Worm Jetson, whatever Genos grabs. Let's just try and play like a normal tank. Gonna try something a little bit different because I don't want this to be just like another Barik video where I do the exact same thing and try and play like an aggressive tank like I usually do. Instead, I'm gonna play like a more sort of defensive one. I'm now 1v3. Everybody on the team is on the top. I probably should have gone on the top, but I made it very obvious I was going on the bottom. Their entire team is on the bottom. We have 3 supports. Genos can also heal through walls and so can Grover, so I feel like damage output here might be the problem. Binary Star Genos with like Soul Collector Ceres and a Grover who's, you know, healing focus and also dealing a little bit, I think can, you know, for sure be enough, especially with a Victor, but it's going to depend on how these guys play. Let's try and push in a little bit, get some space for these guys, throw the right click up, we kind of countered the Makoa. Do you feel like Barik's in a kind of a good spot versus like a Makoa, especially because you've got like 3 headshots, you're a little bit smaller. One of the only tanks I think that has like the lower POV compared to Makoa, which makes the headshots a little bit easier. Really do feel like we should have this. I don't know why people aren't pushing on headshots on the, Makoa, just more shots on him. The healing here is kind of crazy on their side too, but yeah, Tinkerin definitely wasn't the play. I'm going to go for an ultimate. Genos ulted. That play kind of came to a close just as I popped the ult. It was a bit of a waste, but yeah, really weird game so far. Can we get rid of this Drogos? If I land the shots, we should have had it. Koga's just really causing so much trouble here. He is gone though. Gonna get more Rejuvenate, armor plating too, and I don't know if Guardian was really the right thing to go for, but it feels like a sensible thing. I don't think they're gonna get any Wrecker, right? There's the Q, right click, just everything. Genos ultimate a little bit too low. Ceres I think was a combo attempt there, but that really didn't work. I don't know why she didn't throw it kind of there. She would have pulled everybody, given the map. It's kind of the best way to run it. Grok is eventually gone. Victor's not doing too bad. I think overall the teams are both playing really well here. Koga's just going ham. He's gone. I couldn't finish the Makoa. Yeah, maybe we can get rid of the Genos here. I'm going to F out of that. Don't feel like being pulled off of the map. Throw the ult down here. Guarantee we get rid of the Makoa. I kind of wish the turret stayed even if you don't go for the thing. It's kind of annoying that it despawns. Doesn't feel like a particularly great ultimate most of the time. Drogo's going to go for the thing. I'm dead. I probably should have tried to fight back because I mean he's dead anyway. These team fights definitely are summon. Finish off armor plating. We were like 10 credits off. We'll run in. I think Koga might be going behind. Genos is there on nothing. Free kill. Nice. F around a little bit. Look at the healing numbers on the left, man. This comp is kind of disgusting. We're getting doubled in score here, but do think that one more tank and one more healer would have been the play. Even though that's a little bit boring. Makoa actually missed the hook there. Yeah, definitely would have worked out better. Ceres is going for the right talent. Binary Star and Genos would be kind of massive. Grover's, I think the default healer here with just a tiny bit of damage, but Ceres and Genos should have gone fully for it. Binary Star Genos I just really like at the moment, like I said in the video. Try and zone him off a little bit so it's just Makoa on his own doing his thing. I think we're doing our job here on Barik for sure, playing as sort of the tank. I'm trying to get rid of these two because they're really there, but now they're back up to full anyway. Makoa ult just drew everyone's attention away. He is, I think, eventually gone here. The Koga's really scary. He seems to just wipe the teams. I'm dead. Yeah, it's a really bad way for me to go. First time though in the entire game, we're like 5 minutes in. First time I've been hooked off. Played quite well around it actually. Don't know if I should have gone for more Guardian, but I think, yeah, max armor plating, max Rejuvenate is definitely the play. I don't know what else I can do other than the way I'm playing Barik right now. It's kind of working. That's a Genos ult. I jumped into that. I feel like I was kind of out of it a little bit. Victor's just literally running in. Victor there saying, Ceres WTF bot. Yeah, her ultimates have been pretty bad so far in this one, although Victor hasn't played particularly well, I think, to be calling people bots. Overall, this entire game has been very scuffed. I'm going to go around for like an ult play or something. Can I throw the ult down? Does that actually work? It does. The shield gets stuck up the top, but the turret gets thrown down. Very odd. I guess they're kind of independent. I don't know why I've never tried that before. At least I didn't remember it. Drogos fell off. Drogos fell off the map from being gripped with Genos. Genos is getting rid of a couple of them here. We're going to wiggle around a little bit. I really wish Genos would mark me more. Really don't feel like the Genos has been healing that much. Ceres has been doing kind of massive, but the Genos heals have been much lower, I've noticed, than the Grover or the Ceres. We'll see the stats in the end, but I've been doing my job here. The turret heal has been useful. Just noticed Genos has been playing kind of strange. I'm going to hide here. He didn't see me. That actually kind of worked. Everybody's been playing kind of weird, and myself included, but don't know why, but Koga's sort of fallen off a little bit as the game's gone and has been less annoying. Maybe the team's just been playing around a bit, I don't know. Genos going for the ult. We dodged it. Whole team's still kind of far back here. We should be able to push in. There's a shield. I do try and throw it a little bit up because it does go down quite a bit, but that was not useful whatsoever. Yeah, okay, team fight's over. GG. That's the end of it. The whole team was playing fine, just not enough damage in that one. We had 75k. Victor actually did all right in the end there. Grover did a fine. The generals definitely should have been doing more for sure on heals and also damage. Ceres also doesn't have that much damage, which I thought she did. But yeah, Ceres and generals there could have been doing way more. The stats really do show you that game there. We did work though. I did my job on Barik. Barik felt pretty good to play. Standard really is the word I would use to define the experience with him most of the time, which is a good thing and a bad thing. It's sort of similar to what I've said with Anara or maybe Azan. I think I've specifically used that example with Azan, but for him, he's still got so much spice as just a character that you can play him quite a bit more, I think, than you can play Barik, even though obviously Barik is limited to being like the turret sort of shield character, and I like that sort of thing being in Paladins, and for Barik it fits him really, really well. He's a cool character base kit wise, but I think talents they could do some more fun stuff. The fire turret I like the idea of, but yeah, it's just not very good. Tinkerin is cool, changes the weapon. Fortify is also kind of standard or boring, it's just, you know, better shield, but yeah, build has got some interesting stuff. There's quite a few dead cards in there though. There's a lot of things they could do, and Barik in the past has had some really cheesy setups with like turret reset, but they're at least fun and a little bit different and make you play a little bit differently. And I think they purposely wanted to be kind of standard. Love to hear your thoughts though, like I said already. For game 2 here though, TDM Abyss, Makoa, Sati, Corvus, and Grok. Gonna go for Tinkerin in this one play. With the F setup instead versus a Strix, Buck, Lian, Grok, and then Io. We're going to go for armor plating and then nimble. Pluck, spare change, spreading influence, splits domain, hello, Buck. I'm going to just F away from that. I guess we kind of counter it a little bit. The F duration being extra is kind of weird. I'm not really used to it. There's the shield. Can we finish him off here? I feel like for TDM, you definitely want to go for Tinkerin. And it does really work. Tinkerin, I think, hitting for 600 versus a lot of 1v1 duels. You're just going to win if you're landing your shots because as a character, you have a lot more stuff going. Does that make sense? I don't know. Some of the characters will shred you, but Barik I think is an advantage in a one-on-one a lot of the time, especially if you've got setup. There goes the Grok. That's a Strix on me. Okay, we got rid of the IO. I think I might be dead. Really one ammo off. Are you kidding me? Let's get some Chronos and more nimble. Getting a life rip on Barik just feels like a really, really weird thing to do. We'll pop the shield there. RIP to the Sati. I don't know how she got shredded on this side. I guess it was the Buck. Yeah, like even versus a Buck, I feel like we can kind of duel him and not have too hard of a time, which isn't the case for most characters. Strix is super annoying in this one. I'm also having to reload, I feel like, a ton here. There's the shield. Like, if I just play well with Barik, you have so much output. You do so many things. It's just not particularly unique feeling, even though here he does feel the most unique I think that you can get with Barik is just running around like a fat damage doing your turrets. And yeah, TDM playing like this is pretty different to what you can do with a lot of other characters, but I think they could do so many more interesting things to give him other options. Definitely saying that because it's been like this for a very long time. I think Barik is definitely due for some crazy rework stuff. I don't know why my accuracy is so bad. I think I might be dead. I feel so tanky in this one, even though I'm playing so jank. I nearly effed myself into what I thought was an IO ultimate, but luckily she threw it somewhere else. I'm dead here to the, yeah, Buck, Grok, Lian, just so much damage in this one. Lian just, I think, picked up a quadra or a triple. I just don't know where the team is. I've got a Makoa with me, and sometimes he gets a hook play or something, and we've got Grok for the heals. I don't know where Sati is. I also haven't really seen Corvus too much. I'm going to just F and try and run because they are just insanely grouped here. Buck is off the map. We'll get that last little tap on him. There we go. Nice. They have so much damage and healing. Like, Makoa just ulted and he's nearly dead, and it's just the two heals, I think, hitting him. Definitely also not being the most accurate here. I should have had that kill there on the IO. We'll get more Cronus. That should help just because we're going for an F setup here. So the Ant ult. Shield to counter it. Nice. She is not gone. I really wish we'd pick up some of these kills here. I think it really is just their healing here that's kind of crazy. Their comp is kind of disgusting when you actually think about it, and we've just not got enough damage, I don't think, to deal with it. Area damage here would be kind of massive. I'm dead. There's another F. Yeah, Buck ulting. As if I could do anything there. To be honest, we got absolutely battered in this one. I think I put up a really good fight and I showed off Barik. At least we got revenge there on the back. Just because of how it's gone though, it is not a game we could have won after like that halfway mark, after they sort of started to play like a team. Trying to get rid of the Grok because he's the lowest. He's still not gone. I really feel like I've run out of ammo a lot in this one. There you go though. There is he defeated. 6 minute, pretty decent TDM even though we got absolutely blasted. I showed off Barik for sure with Tinkerin. 6-4, 51k, 50k shielding. Happy with that. I did my job. The Corvus should have healed I think for a little bit more, but he did fine. And Makoa had a bit of a hard time. So did the Grok. So did the Sati, but yeah, we actually kind of shined in that scenario there, to be honest, even though we were beaten up by the Buck and the Lian. The healers were also going massive on their side. Strix, kind of crazy, didn't even die once. Their team was just massive. What I said earlier is really a good summary for Barik and this video, though. He is a very average sort of character, a very sort of standard, you know, champion, in a good and bad way, in a little bit of a different way to Anara and Azan, like I said. Oh, sorry, I think at some point in the middle. I don't really know how to properly word what I mean other than that. The builds felt good, especially game 1 there. I felt really strong. I felt strong in game 2, even though we were getting absolutely clapped as well. The setups do work, especially if you've got a ton of healers like we did. Damage-wise, you do fine. Just very rarely does Barik feel like a super strong pick, is kind of what I mean. He doesn't ever feel really, really bad, but he also never feels like fantastic to play. For me, at least. If you play Barik and you love him a ton, I would love to hear specifically why. Even though I think I kind of get it because I do love his archetype, the sort of like shield turret character. Yeah, with the sort of blunderbuss shotgun kind of weapon. I do like it. The ultimate is probably one of my least favorite ultimates in the entire game, though. And that's saying, you know, compared to like Lex ultimate that I miss with 90% of the time. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Of course, I appreciate you staying all the way till the end. Leave a like if you've enjoyed. I'll see you guys all very, very soon. And as always, stay frosty.